Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. I'm a Toyota certified mechanic and I'm Toyota specialist, but looking in my shop today it looks like I'm some kind of Nissan specialist, right? You can see here the blue 98 Nissan Frontier. It's a single cab two-wheel drive. And over there just came an hour ago. It's a 2003 Nissan Frontier, which is four-wheel drive and needs the alternator to be replaced. Let's go look at it together now in this video. The truck made it here by its own power, but of course when the alternator doesn't work, it barely made it here, and when we tried to start it one more time, it didn't. So the battery immediately went on the charger, right? Just to make sure when the repair will be done, everything will be ready for the owner. Now, battery is fully disconnected, right? Because I believe the charger is charging it better. But also anytime you work on alternator, you must disconnect the battery. Now let's go to look on the new unit, the new alternator. This one came from Napa Auto Parts. I saw the bill, it's at $145, right, for this unit, for this 2003 Frontier. That's the V6 3.3 liter engine. Now you can still see their sticker. But what I wanted to show you are connectors, right? So this is one of them on the back. This is the main cable, excuse me. This will be the pivoting spot where the bolt is, and that needs to be untied first, right? This is this bolt. And then this is the spot where the tensioner, the belt tensioner, is attached. So we saw it here, the brand new part, right? I can remove this, sorry for that. Here is the pulley and so on. And let's go and see how it looks underneath the truck. And I said underneath because it's not accessible on this engine from the top, it's actually on the bottom. So the first I had to do was to remove the skid plate, right? And that immediately gave me the visual of the alternator, and it basically sits next to that engine oil filter, and it's right there. Do you see it? Let me move that light a little bit, space for the camcorder. So I will start undoing these bolts, as I said, right? We saw it on that sample on the brand new one, and remove it from the vehicle. They're out. There was no way for me to film it there. There's no space whatsoever. And I will show you the really important points. First of all, there was one more wire which was attached down here, right? It's a 10 millimeter. Other than that, everything is 12 millimeters. Now this is the front of vehicle, obviously, and there is space to remove this bolt. Well, Nissan engineers didn't learn yet what Toyota does, so you put one long bolt from the front, it goes through both of these, and that's how it's pivoting, right? And this is the tensioner. Put another bolt here in the back, so that's another 12 millimeter, which you have to undo. This was a 12 millimeter, also not holding the main cable. There's also no access to this, right? So that was by some miracle I was able to disconnect that, right? But this is your problem. No access to it whatsoever, right? When you put the socket on it, this is in your way perfectly. Try to move it, right? When this is in your way, well, great design, Nissan geniuses. 2 bolts instead of 1. Very interesting. Now, that was from underneath. Of course, as a mechanic, you immediately look for alternative routes, right? You try to help yourself through here, but it wasn't much helpful anyway. because there are all these wires. I will say bad design. As a conclusion, would you like to go for it or not at home? That's up to you. If you have a good tools or flexible right sockets, all kinds of alternative tools, because that space is bad. If you don't have really, you want to save yourself huge frustration, I will rather recommend you pay $100 to someone for replacing it for you than spend hours wiggling this in, out and back in. And that's another example that Toyota are a little bit better designed, and because of that it's a little bit easier to work on them. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you are subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See ya!